If you've been living under a rock for the last couple of months, you may not realise that Turtle Wax have been bombarding the market with graphene infused products. And in fact, in my last video, I used a ceramic plus graphene paste wax on a dark blue Mercedes-Benz, and I was completely blown away by the results. In fact, I was so impressed by them, I contacted Turtle Wax directly and I said, what else have you got? This is the latest innovation from Turtle Wax, and being a brand new liquid wax infused with graphene, it makes it very thin and very smooth to give you effortless application. So the Max Wax, what's it all about and why should you care? Well, first of all, you're going to want to use this if you want to enhance your paint. However, if you want to remove all the scratches and do a proper machine polish, do all the clay bar and that, then I really recommend that you try the one and done compound first. This is essential that you use this if you really want to get the very best results. However, what if you're somebody who just wants to enhance the paintwork? What if you've got a car that just looks a little bit dull and you just want to rejuvenate it and you want to bring back some of that clarity within the paintwork? So I really love the idea of this product because not everybody wants to go OTT. Like, people can live with the fact they might have like the odd scratch on their car. However, they might think, do you know what, I just want it to look nice, but I just want to give it a little bit of extra love before I apply a really decent wax on top. So there is a market for this, and I think it really does fit in. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you exactly how to apply it by hand, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to use it by machine as well. So let's jump straight into the video and start off with the application process. This is the BMW M3, and this car has had no polish, no protection, and certainly no compound. So to the professional detailer, you would say it would be foolish to skip the compounding process. Or would it? We're starting off by applying the liquid wax by hand, and firstly you need to give the bottle a good shake. Then apply 3 small pea-sized blobs onto the foam applicator pad, and now you're ready to go. So you start off by applying in circles or in back and forth motions, I ain't judging, but make sure you leave it about 2 to 3 minutes to haze over. But remember to allow a little bit extra time, especially when you've got the colder conditions. But make sure you apply it thinly. In cooler conditions, the trick is to do about 2 panels at a time on the sides, and when it comes to the bonnet and the roof, just do it in stages. And preferably out of direct sunlight, which is lucky for us in the UK because the sun comes out once a year. So on this rare occasion, I was blessed with wind and rain, but on the plus, I was inside. Now, one of the things you will find, especially on darker cars, is the fact that you can get those really annoying smears. However, fear not, there is a very simple solution. Make sure you've got 2 towels, don't just stick with the one. So towel 1 will be something that you're going to spray in a little bit of water and start applying that towel to the bodywork. Now, you're probably not going to see it on a colour like this because it is actually quite light. But once you're rubbing it over with a damp towel, what you find is that will actually eliminate those smears. All you then got to do is follow up with a dry towel and job done. Removing the wax is so simple, and I will test this on darker paint jobs in the summer because I want to test the performance in extreme heat. But for now, at least, I could get away with barely using a damp towel at all. It was that easy. So I've applied it by hand, and it's pretty clear to me that this is a very idiot-proof product. I don't think you're going to have any dramas using it by hand. But what's it like using a machine polisher? So why on earth am I doing this? Well, I'm doing this to show you guys how to protect and still make your car have an unbelievable shine in under an hour. So as I said, the professional detailer would frown upon this idea of skipping the compounding methods, but not everybody has all day to compound their car. And let's not forget, not everybody has the money for an expensive polisher. They may just want a quick fix because their car may be a daily driver, so they understand that the inevitable, like scratches and stone chips, will still happen. Of course, if you don't clay bar and you don't machine polish it, then you are going to make it slightly more difficult for it to work. But as this is a test car, I wanted to show you how it can perform as a standalone product. And if you were trying to compare it to another product out there on the market, you could argue the fact that it has similarities between this and the Meguiar's ceramic liquid wax. However, this has been infused with graphene technology, which is patent pending, so it's got the ingredients that Turtle Wax want to protect. Pardon the pun. Applying by machine is so easy, and out of the two methods, this one's definitely the quickest for getting around the whole car. And when you apply it by machine, you don't need to keep overlapping because it's a non-abrasive formula, so the idea is just to spread it evenly to ensure that it's covered over all the panels that you want to do. Buffing off after using the machine was exactly the same, and it wasn't easier or more difficult. And if I'm honest, I'm a huge fan of applying this wax by machine. And although it has no cutting power, I still believe this could be something that first time machine polishers may even find beneficial. Especially if they've never held one before and they just want to practice the movement and get a better feel of what it's like to actually hold a machine polisher and apply it onto an actual car's paintwork. So this ticks so many boxes for so many different skill sets. So one of the questions you might want to ask yourself is this permanent? No, this isn't permanent, but it really can fill in those nasty hazing effects that you see on the darker coloured cars in the direct sunlight. For permanent correction, you really want to use the one and done compound. But this is definitely a perfect base layer for anybody who wants to build up their gloss with waxes like the ceramic graphene paste wax. And if you want to go check out my first look video on that, then I'll put a link in the description below. So all in all, I think this is one hell of a decent wax. Now, I applied it by machine and by hand. Both applications were incredibly easy to do. When I did it by machine, I had no powdering, no dusting or anything like that. So it was perfect for what I needed, especially if you're a mobile guy and you're trying to whiz through X amount of cars per day, you're in a hurry and you want to apply something very quick and very easily. So they absolutely nailed it in that aspect, and this BMW M3 right here is absolutely incredible. I mean, it looks fantastic. The gloss is insane, and this is just from one application. I've not done anything else. This hasn't had a clay bar, it hasn't had a compound. This is bog standard, and I just wanted to show you guys that you can get amazing results. It's not all about removing every single little scratch. At the end of the day, these cars are going to be out there in the elements, in the real world. They're going to pick up chips and marks and things like that. But if you just want to make your car look nice, then go for this.
If I'm the bad one, take a look at yourself in the mirror. If I'm the worst one, ask anybody else.